is the same for Sikh community as well. Whereas on the other hand, the socially oppressed people in India, the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and other OBCs and religious minorities also celebrates this day as their Messiah's birth anniversary. Here the Messiah means Baba Saheb Ambedkar. They are celebrating 130th birth anniversary of Baba Saheb Ambedkar also. On this historical day, we, the Bahujan Dravidan intellectuals, have decided to start an organization that would benefit only the Bahujan Dravida students and youth. This unregistered organization would function as a shadow organization. It would work for the Bahujan Dravida students and youth to educate the real history and guide how to move forward in socially and politically. In this record, Dr. Amrit Singh has a great plan to launch an organization named Bahujan Global Khalsa Initiative. The 20th century was a century for the liberation of nationalist states. The 21st century has been the century for the re-emergencies of linguistic nation states. In 1947, even though the British quit the Indian subcontinent, leaving it as a federal state, all the states which are supposed to be uniformly autonomous and achieve a resultant equal progress. The states have neither enjoyed a uniform autonomy nor integrated process. When we explore for the reasons, the scholars from various forms field have ready-made answer as per their own understanding. I wish to put forth the key reasons. The social Varna-based gratification even actually led to the transformation of the society based on economic stratifications as well. The first grade Hindus, the second grade Hindus, and third grade Hindus become the upper caste. The fourth grade Hindus become touchable castes. And those who opposed this graded unequal social system became untouchable community in the Hindu religion. The Hindu law denied a Sudra to get education. It says that if a Shudra get education, it is a sin. This was the major obstacles for the aboriginals, the natives, to achieve a educational and social development. In the Indian subcontinent, states like Punjab and Tamil Nadu were not similar like the other nationalities. They have made great strides in education and social development. If you look deeper into this subject, we can easily understand the basic reason for this. Both the states follow an uncompromised political leadership which remains a tool against the Sanatana Dharma, against the Sanskrit, and against the hierarchical system. The Sanatana forces have launched many attacks, vicious attacks on the race in the Indian subcontinent. They also attacked the Punjab and Tamil Nadu in a similar way or more. The two states, the genocide happened. Genocide happened to the Sikh community also and the Tamil community also. In spite of the attack, the reason for these two races to stand erect is because their roots are deep. Tamils and Punjabis are a race that has continued to carry ideological propaganda to young masses. Tamil Nadu takes a pride to have preserved the Tamil Sangha literature, which has a long history within itself. In Punjab, gurus from Guru Nanak, Guru Ravidas, Guru Kabir, Guru Nanak to Guru Govind Singh have explored and found the holy book, Guru Granth Sahib. They highlighted and worshipped this holy book. This book teaches integrated humanity. The symbol of the culture is that the people continuously celebrates their own festival without break. The New Year, which predicted by the sun, is the same day for Tamils and Punjabis. In the same day of 1969, Guru Govind Singh proposed the philosophy of Norse doctrine and created a way of life for Punjabis. Not only for Punjabis, because on the day, the whole subcontinent of India gathered at the place of Anandapur Sahib. Lot of people, more than, according to statistics report says that around 80,000 people gathered. That some people from Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Andhra also people participated in that. I think Guru Gobind Singh was the first person consolidated all the nation and wanted to finish this Hindu Manudharma Sanadana system. Guru Gobind Singh told the people to give up the Hindu philosophy, and now the RS is saying to follow it. 2000 years ago, Ayyan Valluvar also taught morality. He taught an integrated humanity. Really, I feel bad and guilty that once of the Tamils look the initiative to bring these two philosophies to the Tamil masses. That's why I have taken these initiatives and begun to propagate since last 10 years. On this day, I remember the farmers who are struggling for the second freedom struggle on the Delhi border. The struggle for the farmer has been going on for more than 130 days. The government failed to understand the pain of this struggle. We can't deny that the struggle has united and pulled all the peasants and activists all over the nation. Not all over the nation. Throughout the world, the activists are nowadays very keenly watching the struggle of the farmers, Indian farmers. Under my leadership also, thousands of people took part in the peasant struggle, and they were preceded by the teachings of Sikh gurus. It is a good sign that the Tamilians also preparing themselves for the cultural change. Until Hinduism alive, the casteism is also alive. Until the casteism is also alive, untouchability also alive. So until the cultural change happen, we cannot escape from untouchability or sufferings. So only through cultural change, the people across the nation can live happily in India. That cultural change is only possible through political change, according to the Indian constitution, also according to the strategy, according to the philosophy of Kanshiramism. Political change is happen. When the political change happen, the cultural change also happen. So that's what Baba Sahib Ambedkar told. Political power is the only master key. Political power is the only for the social progress, economic progress, and cultural progress also. My volunteers, my party volunteers are working day and night for such a political change. I conclude my speech with a deep hope that political change will take place in India very soon, followed by the cultural change. So in this, I conclude my speech, and also here Dr. Amrit Singh, and as well as the people from different parts of the country also watching this seminar. At the same time, YouTube also, a live program is also going on. A lot of people in Tamil Nadu, they are watching in YouTube channel also. And Mr. Sadasivam, the senior activist, social activist, and doing a lot for our Tamil society. He is also going to address today. So very soon, actually, we people are expecting the political change in India, because Congress and BJP are following the Hindu philosophy and Hindu ideology. The Bahujan ideology, Periyar ideology, and Kanshiram ideology is the only solution for the majority people in India. For that, we are working. So this seminar, not only finish today, every week we are going to conduct such a seminar through Zoom, Shudra to Begumpura. So I don't want to brief about what is Begumpura, because Dr. Amrit Singh wanted to describe about the whole meaning of the Begumpura. If the people understand about the Begumpura, the people ready to work for the social and political change too. And also they're very happy to say that Mr. Rajendra Singh, who is the president of Guru Nanak College in Tamil Nadu, he is also going to give his vote of thanks. Through him, I understood the meaning of. Yesterday, when I discussed with him, he briefly explained about the meaning of Begumpura. So until we are in the clutches of Hindu religion, we cannot see Begumpura. The Begumpura concept given by the great philosopher and the Guru and the Bhagat, Guru Ravidas. So we people want to see this country as a discrimination-free country, tax-free country. So in this, I conclude my speech. Jai Bhim, Jai Bharat, Jai Kanshiram, Vaheguru Ka Khalsa Ji, Vaheguru Ka Fateh. Thank you very much.
We can create even casteless society only by becoming rulers of India.